Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I thought I'd do a little bit of something different today and do a little bit of a vlog style video. So we are going to the garden centre. I'll just showing you a quick outfit first. I'm going to be honest, this is my mum dress. So when I don't know what to wear, I always throw this on, but I thought it was appropriate because it is floral and I am using my new M&S basket bag. I just thought I'd show you what's going on in the local garden centre. You can definitely tell they're transitioning from summer to autumn, and they had so many beautiful flower displays still. I am a huge fan of purples and whites, but they're bringing in some lovely burnt oranges. So yeah, so many gorgeous flowers. But we were hanging out here today because it is the summer holidays, and I have to say garden centres are amazing places to take your kids. Like, a lot of them have pets that you can look at, like here, such a cute bunny rabbit, fish. They went on the play area, and you know what, it's just a really good cheap day out, and it's a place where my girls absolutely love to go. So yeah, I can't resist the terracotta pots. I mean, they're actually a pretty good price. The only problem is I always worry that they will crack in winter. I feel like they look so good with an olive tree in, like here. I love a rose. It's probably one of my favourite flowers, and I think next year in around springtime I'm going to treat myself to a more expensive one. So I got one from the garden centre probably about 2 years ago. However, it wasn't it was quite a cheap one, and it only ever gets 2 flowers on it, and I have to work really hard to get those 2 flowers. So I don't know whether if I bought a more expensive one I'd get more flowers, but I think I'm going to give it a go. They also had these really gorgeous basket displays. Oh my goodness, I wish I could create something like this. I want to say they were around £40, so they are quite expensive, but absolutely gorgeous. And then they were bringing out some autumn bits, so I thought I'd show you these as well. I still love a pumpkin, and I did not get round to putting all my pumpkins out last year, so this year I am going to make the effort and try and put all my autumn decor stuff out. I feel like mushrooms is a pretty big thing as well. There's definitely a few here, most gorgeous wreaths, and I really love the ones with the little mice and everything. And look at that wicker pumpkin, absolutely gorgeous. Now they are doing gonks for every season, but I do like his little jacket because it is checked. More of a realistic style wreath there. And then of course we did stop off for a coffee. Honestly, I feel like garden centres tick all the boxes for families. And then as have like a few different bits in, they've got a little gift shop, and I always find that they have good gifts in. So when I'm struggling to find somebody a gift, sometimes I'll just have a walk around here and they've just got that right thing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they had loads of lovely condiments and different bits in that you don't really get anywhere else. Actually, I say that, it's kind of a bit like, you know, the end section of TK Maxx. But loved all the kitchenware that they've got in. Oh my goodness, if I had a big country farmhouse, I feel like I'd fill the cupboards with this stuff. And I really like the idea of these welly socks. I thought they were so cute for the coming season. Do you know what? We had a really nice morning at the local garden centre. I just think they're fantastic for kids. There's so much for them to do for free whilst you're there. I mean, you do have to resist the plants, and there were so many beautiful ones. Although saying that, they were clearly having their changeover from summer to autumn, so they still had a lot of summery decor and bits out, but some of the autumn stuff was starting to creep in. I'm still not quite ready to let go of summer yet. I don't know about you guys. I think it's because we've only had a couple of weeks of really nice weather. But anyway, I thought I'd show you what I've picked up on some of my recent shopping trips, and I've also done an online order at Peacocks. I've not got loads of stuff, but I thought I'd show you what I've got anyway. And I know that they've got a big sale on at the moment because I walked past the shop today, 70% off. So yeah, some really good bits to have a look at. Now the first item that I want to show you was totally influenced by All the Ladies. I don't know if you watch her, but she's this amazing YouTuber. She's got amazing energy, and yeah, I saw this on her and I thought I've got to have it because it's such a me dress, and it is basically this knitted maxi dress, which I thought would be a good transitional piece, especially for a day like today where it's kind of grey and muggy but you're still going to be warm. And it's just finished off so nicely. I like the fact that the background is cream. Hold on, because the door's banging because of the windows. Hold on a second. There we go, sort that out. So yeah, it's like this cream and black striped. It's very nicely finished off. I like the v-neck and I like the fact that it isn't too low down, and then yeah, it just falls into a long maxi dress. Now what I would say about this, I did quickly try it on because I was going to wear it, is that you're definitely going to need nude underwear, nude and seamless underwear under this, but I like it so much I'm going to keep it anyway. And normally with stuff like that I would send it back, however it's just so me and I love it. So I got a size 10 in this, knowing for the fact that it is going to be more fitting around the hips and bum, which is where I'm bigger, to be honest. I can be up to a size 12 on my hips, but then my shoulders are so narrow. But the way that this is designed, you know, it doesn't sit big or anything on the shoulders. And yeah, I just thought that was really cute, and I thought that would look really nice with the M&S basket bag that I've taken out today. In fact, you're half resting on that basket bag at the moment. The next item that I picked up, I got because again, I wanted to get this from M&S when I put an order in, but again, the thing is with the M&S website, I don't know if you guys find this, but the stuff that I want, it seems to sell out really quickly, and sometimes I put stuff in my basket and by the time I've made my decision, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes it takes me a couple of days to stew on it just to make sure that they are the items that I want, they've sold out. However, saw this in the sale. Oh, and by the way, that dress was £18, and it is a cream, like utility style. It's not denim, but it's kind of given a denim look, midi skirt. So it was supposed to be £25, but I swear I paid about £9 for it. And yeah, I just love the look of it, and I thought, do you know what, that is going to go with so much. So yeah, I suppose it's a little bit more like a cargo skirt than a denim skirt. So it's got the, I don't know, it's got like all these pockets and stuff on the side, but they're quite discreet anyway. And I thought that would go with loads of different stuff. And I thought even in the winter, I would dress it up with my tan boots and put like a nice kind of brown or caramelly coloured jumper on. And the material is so soft as well, so it's not as stiff as denim. Final item that I got from Peacocks was actually a pair of bras. So I find it really hard, I don't know if I'm a weird size, but I find it really hard to find my size bra in shops. Now, the place that I like to get them from is H&M. And then when I bought the bras from H&M last time, it was like £20 for a bra, which I feel like bras are more expensive, but I thought that was a little bit pricey. So I'm going to try the ones from Peacock. So I've just got a plain one to see what their sizing is like, because I find with places like Primark, the sizing is just completely off. Now I've gone for a multi-way bra here because I used to have one of these when I was younger, and they are so handy. So it comes with the straps that you can take off. So I think this will just be handy. Do you know when you've got those summer dresses and sometimes the dresses will have straps, but if you see your bra strap, I don't know, it just takes away from the vibe of it. So it is one of those where you can just take the strap off. Obviously it's a very simple bra, which I think is the best, obviously when you're wearing it underneath, any clothes, to be fair. So yeah, I just wanted to see what the size was like. This one has a really nice thick back to it as well, so it's going to be really supportive, and it was only £8. I couldn't get over the price of those. And to be honest, what made me order them was when I went into the shop after just buying the H&M ones and seeing that they were less than half the price. So I ended up getting them. And then on my travels into town, in fact this was when my hubby, he does running, and he was running a half marathon, and then I was just wearing my slides, which I don't know why I did, because I thought if his leg sees up or anything, I can't drive him home. So I ended up just going into Shoe Zone because I saw that they had an offer on, but I think I'll show you these because they are such lovely shoes anyway. and I got both of these pairs of shoes for £10. Now they have loads of different colours, so this is just a blue pair of like the dolly style shoes, and I'm so happy that these have come back into fashion. They first came out into fashion when I was in year 6, so just at the end of primary school, and I always loved these sorts of shoes. Even when they went out of fashion, I still like them, and they're just comfy and you can drive in them and they just slip on, and I feel like when you're a mum in a rush in the morning, that is everything that you want. So yeah, I got the blue ones because I thought they would go with everything, and then I also got the black and white ones with the little bow on because you know what, they were giving Chanel vibes for a £5, and yeah, super comfy. I like the fact that I can throw them on and drive in them because that is a big thing for me. And then the other things that I want to show you is this lipstick. Now I could rave about this like literally all day. I think I'm actually a massive fan of L'Oreal because all the products that I try I seem to really love. Now it took me ages to find a lipstick. I was going around Boots and I was swatching everything and my hand was covered in pink, and I'm very particular about the pink that I wear on my lips. I think it's because my eyes are a very cool tone but my hair is a very warm tone. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to find the right colour. However, I found this one, and it is in shade 645 Crush Allure, and it's in a matte resistance lipstick, and it is the most beautiful shade. So I've actually got it on today, and I just think it's a really lovely pink. I think it gives you, if you're like me, and I feel like my lips now as I'm getting older, I think the colour is fading from them. I think it gives a little pop of colour without it being too much. I'm not necessarily a bright lipstick sort of girl or any sort of makeup, to be fair, apart from my nails at the moment actually, because we went to the salon for my daughter's birthday and she picked out my colours for me. Yeah, they're a bit chipped now, but we all went, me and my 2 daughters, 4 and 2, and they absolutely loved it. But yeah, anyway, this one stays literally all day, and I mean you can eat and drink and it'll rub off a little bit, but it literally stays all day. And it does give a matte finish, so if you did want to apply like a lip oil or a lip gloss on top, you could, and maybe that would stop it lasting so long. But it's one of those that you can put on in the morning and forget about, which is just the dream. And to be honest with you, I can put this on for work and it will still be there by the end of the day. So it is amazing. I think it did say on the advertisement like up to 16 hours, and I don't think they're lying. And when I put all the swatches on my hands of all the different coloured pinks from this matte resistance range, they were so hard to get off, so highly recommend. I did also pick up a lipstick from Primark, so this was only 90p. Now I'd say this, to be honest, is the complete opposite of this. This is a luster finish, and I used to love the lipsticks from Primark. It's a really lovely colour, and it would be really nice if I just want to have like I don't know, working from home day and I just want to put a bit of lipstick on at the start of the day. Very moisturising on the lips but doesn't last very long. And I would say about this one, maybe a little bit drying, but they don't make your lips go completely crispy like some lipsticks do. So highly recommend that one. I want to say it was about £7 or £8. This is a very natural kind of cheap alternative, but doesn't, I'll be honest, doesn't last 5 minutes compared to this. So yeah, if you want one that you can just put on all day, highly recommend the L'Oreal Matte Resistance range. So I'm going to go make some dinner and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to review some of the Temu products that I've got. So I know people wanted to know about the balloon stands, the iron and the light. So I've not actually used the iron yet because I'd found out an old Morrison's one which I was using. However, I've now broke it because I've melted something to it. So we'll give the iron a go later and see how we get on, and I'll talk through some other bits that I've got. If there's anything particular that you want reviewing in like one of these more vlog style videos, please let me know and I will do it. Okay, so let's talk Temu. So I would say the clothing and the homeware like decoration is spot on. Like I've got no faults with those whatsoever. In fact, some of their clothing is some of my most worn in my wardrobe, including this shirt. So you would have seen this on one of the hauls before. The fabric is absolutely lovely. It's double lined at the front so you don't have to worry about your bras or anything. It's very cool at this time of year, but you can still cover your skin if you're worried about it like me. Obviously I'm very fair, so I don't tan, so having something like this to tuck into a denim skirt has been a lifesaver, particularly if I'm going somewhere a little bit nicer where I want to dress up but don't know what to put on. I've been reaching for this so many times, so I've worn that a lot. And then another thing that I've worn a lot is this dress, which is is it inside out? Which is inside out at the moment, but it's this blue and white one, and because the fabric again is so lightweight, it's been so nice over the past 2 weeks when it's been a little bit warmer just to throw this on. And again, it's very loose, it just feels nice, and you feel really pretty when you've got it on. And it is a long skirt, as you can see. And there is something for me, I do like my arms covered because I don't like them to be exposed to too much sun. I burn really easily, so if I can find items that are kind of long sleeves, long in the leg as well, I will go for them, particularly if they keep me cool. And then another thing I'll talk about is the balloon stand, because I know a couple of people have asked about that. So it's my daughter's birthday at the weekend, we popped the balloon stand up. I'll pop a picture here. It worked absolutely perfectly. I was so happy with it because I mentioned before the living room paint, when we put sellotape or even the what we call command hooks on the wall, it always rips the paint off, even though it says it doesn't do any, well, it says it doesn't do any damage to the wall, so I don't know if that necessarily means paint as well. So yeah, that worked a treat. She absolutely loved it. The balloons on there are also from Temu, and they worked obviously perfectly fine. They work like balloons. So yeah, I would highly recommend. I only actually used the big stand rather than the little one because I don't know if you're like this, but we were up late to wrapping. It was like 10, 11 o'clock before we finished. And by the time we got onto the balloons, we were running a little bit out of steam, so we ended up just using the big one because it had that wow factor, and we was going out for the day anyway, so we didn't need like loads and loads of decorations. People weren't coming over. So yeah, absolutely love the balloon stand, would highly recommend. You can also put water in the base, which gives it a little bit of weight, which I would recommend because, as you can imagine, I mean, I can't show you now because the girls have just pulled the balloons off of it. They've loved it. You've got the balloons on the sticks as well, so again, probably good for parties. I would be careful just of the balance of the balloons, just to make sure that it doesn't topple over. But we didn't initially put water in the base, and that did help when we put some water in. So yeah, would recommend those. And then the thing that everybody has been wondering about seems to be the green iron. Now, I got a couple of comments when I bought the iron to say that they, like, other people have bought it and when they tested it hadn't worked very well. So we're gonna give it a go and see how it works. I've not actually tried it yet because I've been using an old Morrison's one, and as you know, I don't iron very often. I have now wrecked the Morrison's one. I had it too high and I've melted some clothes on it. So if this one works, we'll move to that one. And the only other thing I want to mention is this light, because somebody also mentioned about, is it UK safe? My hubby has got an electrician friend, so I am gonna run it past him, but I will show you like a close-up of the label on in here. From what I can see, I can't fully see it because it's got the silver bit on it, and I'll also do a close-up of the paperwork that's come with it. Now, I won't be putting this up until we've run it past the electrician to just double check, but it does have the CE mark on, which gives me hope, so hopefully it'll be okay. And if it's not okay, I will try and figure out a way to be able to just use the shade rather than have the actual fitting in. So yeah, because it's such a beautiful bohemian light, and these cost a fortune elsewhere. So yeah, I am going to run it past him because I know a couple of people mentioned that. But let's go and test out this iron. Now, the only thing I would say, again, this has the CE mark as well, so that's a good sign, I believe. I'm saying that like I know what it means, but I know with toys and stuff they have to have the certain symbol, don't they? It doesn't have how hot it gets, and that was one of the things I'm not so good at, is knowing how hot to have it. Obviously with like jeans and stuff you need it hotter, but then I'll forget and just iron something and melt it, which is what happened with my last iron. So yeah, it depends how hot this gets and what you can actually use it on. So let's give it a go. Okay, so I've just popped the iron on, and when you turn it on, it turns to an orangey colour. Now, I don't know if this changes colour when it heats up. It did come with a box, but I can't remember it coming with any specific instructions, so we will see how we get on. I can smell the iron, I can feel the heat from it now. I have found some very creased, I don't know if you can see it on camera, very creased blue jeans. So let's give it a go and see how it does. So it's really hard to show you. I've not got my tripod, so I think it's doing something. It doesn't feel like the hottest iron in the world. I wonder if the steam comes out if you press the button. Oh, okay, so loads of people said there was no place for the steam to come out, and that was the biggest problems. But when I press this button, gosh, I'm not the strongest person in the world. I feel like I need 2 fingers for this. Hold on, let me test it. Okay, so the it does sprinkle a little bit. Can you see? I did a few sprinkles and it did come out. Although I feel like I've done a massive patch in one place, so it's going to be wet. Right, let me iron one leg and show you what it looks like before and after. Right guys, this is the after. So I'll try and put in what the jeans looked like before. So guys, I didn't realise how bad the lighting was when I recorded it, so I wanted to show you again. So this is a really creased t-shirt, so I'm going across it with the iron so it doesn't constantly steam like a normal iron. Obviously it can generate a little bit of steam by squirting water onto the fabric. So you can see it gets rid of most of the creases, but not all of them. And this is after. So I think it has worked actually. I think it has smoothed out the creases a bit. I would say that it's probably like a medium setting on an iron. I feel like some of the thicker creases it hasn't quite got out, like here as you can see. But if you're going away and you just wanted to take a little travel iron just to get like the thickest of the creases out basically, then I think that does actually work fine. It's not the most powerful iron. I think it was like 6 or 7 quid. I've seen them for 6 or 7 quid, could be up to 13 quid. You wouldn't use it as your like everyday iron, obviously. Gosh, I feel like it's getting dark so quickly now, so I've just put the light on behind and hopefully this lighting isn't too bad. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really hope I can do a few more vlogs and hopefully I'll get a little bit more into it and it'll be a little bit more smooth the next few ones that I do. But if there is any other Temu products that you'd like for me to review on the next vlog, do let me know, because yeah, I understand that obviously when you show it in a haul you've not used it yet and sometimes it's not that helpful, whereas when you see it being used, particularly for like electricals, you get a better review, don't you, at the end of the day. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. I feel like it was a little bit all over the place. Like I said, I am rusty with these, but hopefully I will get better. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.